All right, so now for rule of thirds on here. If you have the 10.5 inch by 14 inch space, your rule of thirds will be like this. From your 10.5 inch space, you're going to put a dot at 3.5 and then 7, because that will give you 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. 1, 2, 3. And then you slide it over to the middle. This is on, again, between 0 and 10.5 inches. So I'm going to put a dot at 3.5 and 7, 3.5 and 7. Now, I can't stress enough, you don't want people to see your rule of thirds lines when you are finished with your gorgeous project. So either don't draw these lines visibly or draw them so light that you can barely see them. So I am going to really lightly drag my pencil across my paper, but it's not even going to show up on camera. Okay, there's my 3.5 inch mark. I can barely see it, so I can't imagine that it's showing out much on camera. You can kind of find it, but it's really, really light. And even then, I'm going to erase the pencil dots. I don't want those to show up. And if you are dividing the thirds this way, the 14 inches, this is a nice little wonky measurement for you. It's 4.67. So 4.6 is more than 4.5. So 4.6 is also less than 4 3/4. So it was going to be approximately here. So there's 4.5. There's 4 3/4. Go in between. This will be a nice little estimate for you. And then I can slide it up and do it again. Really lightly draw that line. And then I would flip it over and do it from the outside in again. There's 4.5. There's 4 3/4. Go in between the two. Put a dot. And if you can see pencil dots, get rid of them. Okay, up close you can see my rule of thirds lines. But once I back off of it, they should be much harder to find.